What's up, guys? How's it going? Today we're gonna draw a Viking sword. Not, as you can guess, it was used by Vikings, but it wasn't exclusive to the Vikings. So, you know, it was something used. So we're gonna draw a generic Viking sword. The reason I draw it generically is so that you can maybe take this information and apply it to more fancy, creative, very specified ones. So I'm going to draw just a very broad idea of a Viking sword. I put my little lines there to get spacing correct. So I'm going to be using a pen, and I'm not going to be using a ruler for this one because there's not really going to be a straight edge, to be honest. I might, actually, you know what? I might have it here. I'm going to have a ruler also around. I might use it. You never know. So I'm going to be, hold on one second. Ouch. Yep. I'm going to just trace in some line. Actually, I am going to use the ruler. I'm going to draw a straight line for a center line. I don't have to follow it exactly. It's going to be really light. Excuse me. It's going to be really light just for myself to kind of see as a guideline. You know what I mean? So in case it's getting too one-sided, it's getting too heavy on the bottom or the top. This one's going to be more or less even-ish. Over here with the pommel. And I'm drawing very, very lightly. And this, all I'm looking for right now is position, proportion. Cross guard there. And the handle's going to be a little bit like this. It's going to be from the pommel up to the guard there. It's going to be kind of opening up a little bit. Now I'll get to the blade. The blade's going to be wider than the handle. And the blade, the way I think of it, honestly, is it kind of looks somewhat like a... kind of reminds me of a butter knife. It's going to taper off, but it's going to have kind of a slightly, almost roundish feature to it. Maybe not even that wide. A little more thinner. We're going to do the fuller. I was going to take a bad space right there. Alright then. So this is just the general, very thin outline. I'm not even really sure. I guess you can see that on camera, but I did this mostly for myself to kind of track positioning. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to commit to lines and by pushing darker. I'm going to start over here at the pommel. The dark line there. After I actually draw the shape in, I do at the bottom to kind of give it a little bit of weight. Even though it's kind of in midair, it'd be basically so the way it would look like if it was on display. I'm gonna put some small, like kind of a shadow, not really shadow, just like a value on it. It's just a tiny aesthetic thing that I like. Drawing the handle there. I'm gonna keep this handle totally clean. I'm just gonna keep it as is. Committing to most lines. I think most of the lines are going to be about the about the thickness they're going to be now. Maybe the outer lines I'm going to change. Alright, I'm going to go into the actual blade. And a good exercise would be to, grab a pen maybe and practice going one line over the other, because it's kind of hard to go over your lines again. Kind of spreading it out there a little bit. And it's something that is a good habit to get used to. Get used to going over your lines, because you're going to be probably doing that a lot. Especially when drawing in pen. Because with pen, I guess with pen and pencil, you tend to build up more. You're slowly building up. You kind of like, you put a line down, and you're like, okay, am I sure? And then you're like, yes, I'm sure. I picked the wrong line, but, I'm going to go with it. I wanted to pick that inner lay-in line. A little too bulgy there. There's a lot of little imperfections in the line that I just have to let go because it's pen. I'm going to put a small shadow pattern at the bottom of this handle to make it seem like it is a rounded form that you could grab on if you needed to. Just put little small, like little wispy lines that follow along the form. I might even actually just darken in the handle in general. Just a little bit. One value over the whole thing. This is different though. This one is not due to light. This one is due to the color of the sword. I'm going to put small, very small value on the bottom of this sword as well. Go into the fuller. Fuller is essentially a divot, an indentation in the sword. Might show that indentation a little bit, maybe with a little bit of thin, wispy lines to kind of make it seem like there's a slight value to it. When I say value, I mean the darkness of something. Alrighty. And, you know what? As a finishing touch, I'm going to darken the end of the pommel here. And there you go. That's a generic Viking sword that is a very similar shape and size. Well, size, wow. Anyways, very similar shape. So, alright guys, that's a Viking sword, and please, if you have any questions, let me know. I appreciate all your comments, and I appreciate, everything. Appreciate you watching this channel. Just needed to say that. So, thanks a lot guys. I'll see you next time.